And we are live. It's your guy L Selector. I'm back at it again. Today I got some special guests with us. Basically, we're going to be doing a special show for the next till the season is done. NFL. We're going to break down all the predictions, where you should put your money at, where the money's at, and who you should be putting your money down on week by week, 20 weeks in a row. We're going to be getting this all down packed right till the Super Bowl. So let's get started with it, bro. You know what I mean? I got my guy Rizzo in the building. I got my guy Amari Styles in the building.
Yo.
Just talk to them real quickly. Just break down what people to expect, what we're gonna be doing.
Yo, this season's gonna be trying to make some money. So if you want to make some money, this is the team right here. This is the winning team right here.
Yep, like my boy Amari Styles said, man. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. Just looking forward to an exciting season with a lot of money here to be made, and just trying to just break down these games the best way we can, looking for the value. I think it's going to be an exciting season. Like I just said, we got an extra week this year, 17 games. Well, no, 18 weeks, so 18 games, but the teams will be playing 17 games, so it should be fun, man.
I agree 100%. Yo, it's going to be a lit season. NFL season has already started with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Just break down what you guys saw in that game and what you guys just basically what you saw and what you can potentially see and how these teams will favor it. And if these teams are teams that can make money in the distant future, just break that down for us. We'll have our guy Rizzo start, bro.
Man, from what I seen a Dallas team there that kind of came out there and showed people that, yo, you can't really count them out as yet. It's early in the season. The odd makers, they opened them up at 6.5 favorite underdog, I should say. The line went up on Tampa Bay up to 9, I think, when the game closed, and Dallas came and played a better game to me. And overall, they competed. They forced turnovers. They just couldn't get the win, basically. But in the grand scheme of things, I think they'll take that. That's a win in their eyes because they're almost there, right? So I think when they can clean up a few wrinkles here and there, and maybe they can, that division that they're in is already weak, so maybe they could be a contender. So I've seen a lot of good things out of Dallas on Thursday night. Obviously, they couldn't really run the ball because Tampa Bay's front seven that's a hard front seven to run the ball against. But other than that, Dallas doesn't really have to hang their head like too low. They did the best they could, man. And Tampa Bay. And I think Tampa Bay going forward, on a betting angle, you look for them to be a team that you can look to bet over when they face a certain, like most teams that they face. Most likely the game might go over, the total might go over because they have an explosive offense, and Tom Brady has a lot of weapons he can throw the ball to. So look out for them being an over team. Yeah, I
agree. The running game wasn't that well. Like we saw some errors with what's it called over there? What's it called? Ronald, and we also saw Leonard Fournette end up changing his number.
Number 7. Yeah, I see that.
Number 7. So which was pretty good to say the least. We saw some errors, but at the same time, though, I think it's still early. I think they're just getting their feet wet. Tampa Bay did play an exciting game. We saw AB, Antonio Brown. He probably had the most. He had the most yards out of any player outside of Dak Prescott. He was all over the field. Chris Godwin, he dropped the ball several times. Mike Evans is going to get back into it. They're going to obviously have guys like Gronkowski was getting touchdowns. So Tampa Bay is definitely a team that is going to their goal from what I'm hearing is that 20-0. They're trying to get 20-0. So Tampa Bay is a team where they're a safe bet. Let's be real. They're a safe bet. They have relatively an easy schedule outside of I think that week 4 or 5 versus the Patriots, and then they play the Los Angeles Rams immediately after this game. So they're going to play, I think, Rams next week. Outside of that, they have a relatively easy schedule. So we're going to look into all of that later on, right? And throughout the season, we're going to break down a lot of that. But as far as what I saw from Tampa, I saw a lot of great things. They're going to continue where they left off. Tom Brady, of course, he's special. He's the GOAT. Then they have Dallas. They got – can we just talk about Dak Prescott, bro? I didn't expect that. I heard reports coming in. He was injured. He wasn't healed. I don't know if they were just pulling a wool over people's eyes, but basically the Dallas Cowboys ended up coming through, man. And they were playing really well, bro. They were in that game, man. They were in that game. Mark McCarthy had his guys playing out there.
Yeah. He looked fine to me. He threw the ball 58 times, 403 yards. He didn't really look too hurt to me. 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. But I don't think they can win with him throwing the ball 58 times, though. Like, they're gonna have to balance it out. But like I said earlier, it was kind of difficult for them to run the ball against that Tampa Bay front seven. But
for sure. I think outside of that option play that they ran, if they actually got the touchdown on that option play, where the tight end on Dallas, what's his name, the white boy, he missed that block.
Yeah,
he missed the block. So essentially, if they got that touchdown, I think they would have won the game, man. So they're basically a couple plays here, a couple plays there. If they went in the opposite favor, I think Dallas would have won that game. There was a holding call, a very controversial
one.
So there was a holding call on one of
Chris Godwin.
No, there was that one. No, that was actually a pass.
Oh, towards the end, yeah.
There was a holding call on Vita Vea. He was bull rushing everybody the whole game. One of Tampa Bay's defensive lineman. He was bull rushing everybody the whole game. And I think one of the plays, the defensive guy just barely got his arm like underneath. I think his underneath his chin or whatever. You know Vita Vea, the big Samoan looking guy.
Yeah.
That big Samoan looking guy. So he got caught. How can you stop him? So they were calling some stupid calls because how can you stop a guy like that? You know what I mean? He's naturally just gonna like bull rush you. You know what I mean? So if he doesn't bull rush you and you manage to stop him in some type of way, why are the refs calling that a hold per se? So there were some questionable holds that kind of got Dallas screwed, and then of course, like you were saying, Selector, that that should have been an offensive pass interference for me as a Dallas fan, but it wasn't. And what are you gonna do about it, right? But I think Dallas played really, really, really well. I think they could have went to the run a little bit more, especially during that last drive. The fact that they gave Brady, a minute and how much, 20-something seconds? That's way too much time. I think they could have ran the ball a little bit more, ran down the clock a little bit.
They couldn't run it, man.
I know they couldn't have ran it, but they could have, like, they were in field goal range.
They should have tried,
well within field goal range, and they were still trying to throw the ball. You know what I mean? I just think that they just could have done a couple of more running plays to milk the clock, not necessarily to go to drive down the field, to march down the field, just more so just to milk the clock. So I think that was an excellent game, though. That was a really, really good game.
Yeah,
and,
it was.
You could just see Tom Brady. The one thing that he has over pretty much the whole league is experience. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going to play a big factor this season too. Like his experience, the way he's able to just call audibles on the fly, hit the chemistry that he has with Gronk. I mean, there's no other combination like that in the league, especially a couple plays he did. It was just like, wow. Like these guys have been together a long time, and it shows.
Ezekiel Elliott, what was your take on him, bro? Do you think what's going on with him? Do you think he's gonna have a renaissance season? I don't know. He didn't. It just looked like Dallas didn't have him as much in the offense as he should have been. I don't know, feature. What's your guys' take on that? Like, is this going to be a situation that could potentially hinder him? And is this a team that you should bet against or bet on? Like, what's your take on that?
I think he was picking up blocks pretty well.
Yeah,
like he was picking up the blitz really well. So I think also if you can't be a factor directly in the run game, there's other ways you can affect the game. And I think that Zeke, he's a good team guy. Like he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. I don't really see him as a big ego guy. So
yeah,
I think stat wise, to answer the question, stat wise, he can. I don't know. I don't really think he's gonna go too crazy this year, just because of the way the offense is set up. They have so many weapons, bro. So many offensive weapons, like receiver wise. Like Dak's gonna have a field day. I don't know if there's a lot of running room for him, and their offensive coordinator. I don't know, that guy. He just looks like a kid, bro. I don't know if he has enough going on upstairs to be able to incorporate Zeke as well as we would hope. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't really see him having a humongous statistical year, but he's definitely gonna be doing this.
Yeah, Jerry Jones believes in that guy. What's his name? Something more, Kellen Moore.
Yes,
or something
Kellen
like
Moore.
He played for I think it was Boise State or something like that. I remember that guy from back then.
Looks like It's like one of the
Looks too
kids,
green
bro.
out there,
Like,
man.
it's like
Looks
a
too green out
waterboard,
there.
man.
I don't
Yeah.
know if he's Dak's quarterback whisperer or what, but he looks too green out there, man. He looks
He
too
does still.
green. He looks too green. So what we're gonna
What
do is we're
position
gonna
does
get
he
into
play?
oh no, Calvin Moore. He was or Cal. What's his name? Kellen Moore, something like that. He was a quarterback. He played in the NFL.
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
Yeah, he had a stint in the NFL. I don't know what happened with him.
Oh,
He's no
okay.
Byron Leftwich. Like, you know what I mean?
No, not at all.
That's an offensive coordinator right there. Him and Brady together, that's a scary sight, bro.
It's a scary sight. You know, those guys are all from that same era too. So it's kind of like supposedly those guys just sit around in the house, in the mansion, and just come up with plays, bro. They just literally sit around and just orchestrate the offense, bro. They said the two of them hang up. Yeah, they were living together. They were both living together. So that tells you everything right there, bro.
But quickly to touch that that Zeke topic again, how he's in this season. I think that it's the first week, right? So we're gonna probably see as we go on September. Like this first game here, you only rushed the ball 11 times, right?
Yeah.
They only gave it to him 11 times the whole game, and he had 33 yards, right? So that shows you that they didn't really think they could run against Tampa Bay. So we'll see going forward, but they're gonna have to have a balanced attack. I don't think they can pass the ball 58 times every game. They can't have Dak throwing that much, right? So they're gonna have to figure out how to balance out their offense. And like Amari Styles said, they do have some weapons, so. And their division is weak, so it's been like this for years, right? So they just gotta find a way to balance attack, and hopefully their defense can force turnovers like they did in the first game here, and maybe they have a shot. I
agree. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the bets now. We gotta get into the money because that's what this is all about, bro. We gotta week one. We gotta figure out what's what, bro.
Most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, it's time for guys to get paid, yo. So let's get into this. All right, you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Everyone can see it nice and clear. Okay. So
it's a little small though. It's a little
small.
It is small.
How's it look
that's
now?
better. That's better. That's
okay.
Better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna look at is let's get into this. The main markets. We're looking at Buffalo versus Pittsburgh.
So are we gonna go down the whole slate, or are we just gonna zero in key?
Yo, we're gonna go through everything, bro. We're gonna figure out what the hell is what, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta at least start off letting people know. So this is Buffalo versus you already know what it is. The Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. So you guys can see this nice and clear, right? It's nice and clear.
It's just a little small, like. I don't know if you can zoom in or. I mean, I can hear you though, but I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it. It looks a little small.
Okay, so basically they're talking about the spread right now. All right. So for Pittsburgh it's plus 6.5, minus 110, and for Buffalo it's minus 6.5, minus 110. So what's your take on that? And the total for the offensive line 48.0, and for the under 48.0. So what's your take on that? And the money line's plus 225 and minus 275. What's your take on that?
Buffalo's the underdog?
Yo, it looks like Buffalo is the underdog.
Wow.
No. Buffalo's the favorite.
Oh, the favorite. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. They are the favorite. Yeah, Buffalo is the favorite.
Yeah, by 6.5.
Plus, by 6.5. Sorry. And Pittsburgh on the money line is plus 225, where Buffalo's minus 275. What's your take on that?
You want to go ahead for
Buffalo's coming off of what, like one game away from the Super Bowl, so they got. I remember last year Rizzo was a high. Very high on the quarterback. But Josh, what's his name?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. And I think I was telling him, no, I'm more high on another quarterback. But Rizzo definitely proved me wrong. Still, like Josh Allen's he's a great quarterback, and I think that He's gonna just continue the momentum that he left off of last year. I think he might be looking to make it to the Super Bowl this year. I think he's trying to go for Patrick Mahomes' head. I think he's coming for him, bro. Like this team looks good, man. So I'm going Buffalo to win it. I don't really see value in the money line, but that spread 6.5. Who's at home again? I can't really see. Is
The
Pittsburgh
Bills
at
are
home?
home, man.
Bills are at home. Yeah.
I think Bills are gonna win. I think Bills by a touchdown. I think that's what I would pick for this particular game. Bills to win, and I'll take the points too.
You'll take the points? Okay.
Yeah.
And on the money line, who do you have on the money line?
Bills.
The Bills? Okay, Rizzo, what's your take on
But
that?
but there's no money on the money line, so
I know.
I'll be looking focusing more on the spread.
Yeah, who do you got Rizzo on that, bro?
All right, so you see how my man Amari Styles said, yes, definitely last year the Buffalo Bills were a team that I was backing them. And this year, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised to see them back in the run for the AFC Conference Championship and to come out of the AFC. But in this specific game, I'm going to have to disagree with Amari and Styles and say that the Steelers might be where the value is. Because the Steelers, the last time they played a meaningful game, that was in I want to say the wild card round of the playoffs. It may have been the divisional round, but they got killed by the Cleveland Browns, right? That was when they were kind of banged up and they were hurt and they were facing a lot of injuries and they got demolished, right? So now they're going to be back to show and prove to their doubters that they are a team to be reckoned with too. So them going to Buffalo in the first game of the season, I think taking the points with the Steelers might be some value. They don't necessarily have to win the game as long as they don't lose by 6.5. And if I look at some notes that I have here, the Steelers with their coach Tomlin, he's really good in September. I don't really have the numbers in front of me here, but he's very good in September. And I think there's value in going with Pittsburgh 6.5 points. Okay. They're looking to prove their doubters wrong. And even the under I have it at 48.5. I wouldn't, if I can, there's no moves for me on this game, to be honest. I'm not betting it, but I would lean to the Pittsburgh Steelers with the points, and then I also lean to 48.5 under. I think it might be a competitive type of game. Both teams want to come out with a W and show that they are the team to be reckoned with in the AFC, aside from Kansas City and maybe Cleveland. So, I'll side with the Steelers and 48.5.
Yeah, I think
Ralph Wilson Stadium is going to be booming. That stadium is going to be going crazy. You're going to have guys tailgating, breaking tables, jumping through fire. All types of things that's going to be happening. That tailgate is going to be crazy. First, they are pumped this season. I'm just going off of sheer, and it's the first game back at full capacity in that stadium. It's going to be booming. It's going to be rocking. I could see the Bills winning by 1. That's all I would say to that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
but if they win by 1, they won't. They win by 1. They're not going to cover that spread.
That's 1 touchdown, I should say. I think
one
they
touchdown.
Win by 1 touchdown, I should say.
Yeah, you have some valid points though, Mark.
Of course.
That's why it's good to do this show, because if we come on the show and we agree with every pick, then it's not going to be. You know what I mean? Nobody's not going to want to really tune in. But
of course,
we both give our angles, and I'm pretty sure the people who are listening and viewing, they're gonna have their opinions and takes as well, right? So,
absolutely.
But you're absolutely right about that crowd. That crowd will be rocking. It's gonna be a tough test for Pittsburgh. So
yeah, for sure. And I just don't see Big Ben, right? What's he like? He's going into
he came out and said he lost weight over off season, but we have to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Does that the double chin?
He said he didn't even do anything. He said he did the same regimens he does every off season, and that's nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro. I put my money on Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are the hottest team. Pittsburgh doesn't have no running back. They have no running game. Everything is to the wide receivers. What's the guy's name from Canada over there that they have as a wide receiver? Yeah, he's gonna be the marquee guy, and Buffalo's gonna cover him. They got more than enough talent to make sure that they stop him. I have Buffalo all the way. You gotta put your money on Buffalo on the money line and the spread. They should be able to cover the total, guaranteed. Buffalo's a hot stock right now. If this was the stock markets, Buffalo is like Apple right now, bro. Pittsburgh is like down there, like I don't know, BlackBerry. They're going down. They ended up getting what's this guy's name over here? Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, their defensive guy. What's his name? TJ Watt was struggling.
Yeah,
he was struggling to get his money. They couldn't even come up with a solution on how much they should
Yeah,
pay
they
this
just
guy.
gave him a deal.
Yeah, they just ended up giving him a deal last minute. So I don't know. Mike Tomlin said he doesn't deal with the
Yeah,
money.
yeah, you're right.
They just don't seem like right now they're not on the projection. I think Buffalo is looking for a Super Bowl and their potential team that are going to be one of the teams that we look at and one of the teams that you potentially put money down to make it to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen has a cannon of an arm. Josh Allen is a younger, more he's Ben Roethlisberger with legs, a younger Ben Roethlisberger with legs and chiseled and who works out and ready for whatever. So put your money on Buffalo Bills. They're going to definitely cover. And they're gonna hit on the money line. I guarantee that. I don't see Pittsburgh beating Buffalo.
Okay,
Okay.
What do you
Some
got?
quick notes on this game before. Some quick notes
Yeah.
on some stats I'm gonna read to you guys too. So if you do like the Bills, like you guys, it is gonna kind of be in your favor. The Bills head coach has the third best against the spread record in the league since becoming head coach in 2017. Right, that's 38-23 and 3. So that's like 57.6%. Right. Also, at the Bills' house where they're going to be playing tomorrow, they were 7-3. Sorry, last year. That's another good reason why Bills backers should be confident in their team if they back them tomorrow. And then if you're favoring the Steelers, the one little note here, the Steelers are 42-22 and 3 pushes, which is against the spread as an underdog since Mike Tomlin has been the head coach since 2007. So that's 42-22 and 3, 64.5% as an underdog is Mike Tomlin. So it's going to be a very, very, very good game. I see it going like it can go either way. I just see like getting value. You getting points with the Steelers. Why not take it?
true. I got you.
No, I agree.
But
I
on to the
agree.
next
I
one if you
agree.
guys are ready.
Yeah. Let's go to the next team, bro. We're not gonna go into the first halves and the line and the quarters and everything. We'll let all the other guys there. If you want to check that out, you can go on there on what you call it. You can go on. You can come on Bet365 or Sports Interaction, or you could DM Rizzo, or you could DM Omari Styles on their Instagram, and they'll break down everything to you guys. And hey, they can give you a consultation fee. So if you're looking to make some money and you have money to spend,
Facts.
hey man, these guys they're ready to work with you guys. So you know what I mean? These are some of the top dogs. So you already know what it is.
Definitely.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
we all
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to
But yo,
get
I'm
better
gonna be
this
right
season
back.
too.
I'm,
We
I'm
trying to
gonna be
be
right back.
yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna
All right.
bounce out
Yep.
real quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be
All
listening
right.
in.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So yep, I
all
got my
right, fam.
guy.
Later.
Yeah. All right, fam. So just pop in and out whenever you're ready, bro. All right. So yo, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans, bro. Break down what you
Yeah,
see
let's
here.
knock out these 1 o'clock games first.
Yeah, let's knock out these 1 o'clock games, bro. Plus three,
All right.
3.0 minus plus 3.0 for the Arizona Cardinals, minus 3.0 for the Tennessee Titans. The total, the over is 54.0 and the under is 54.0. The money line's plus 35 on the Arizona Cardinals and minus 155 on the Tennessee Titans. What do you see here? Break this down.
Woo! Another exciting game. And if you're looking to bet, it's going to be a tough one, to be honest with you, because this game is an interconference game. You have
Yes,
NFC going to the AFC, Arizona at Tennessee. Now these teams have
exactly.
both made a lot of upgrades, right? We got new players all over for the Cardinals. They added J.J. Watt, Malcolm Butler.
Yep.
They drafted some new players for the defense as well. They picked up A.J. Green. And you got Kyler Murray, right? He's out to prove that he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. He had an all right season last year. He was 8-8. So this year he's trying to make noise in the NFC West, right? But he has to prove a lot, right? He's not the tallest quarterback, you know what I mean? So he has to stay healthy. But I don't know, this game here. Like if I was gonna bet, which I'm not, I would probably lean to the home team Tennessee. Arizona, if they were to win or to cover this game, they have to they have to not they have to keep the ball and not turn it over, man. And they're gonna have to contain Tennessee's offense because Tennessee has an explosive offense. They score at a high rate. Last year they led the league in overs. Like every game they would play, they would be an over. So right now, I would have to lean with Tennessee with the 3 points. They picked up some key players in the offseason. They got Julio Jones is now gonna be on the offense with Murray, their running back. Then they also picked up a defensive key guy, Janoris Jenkins, who will be playing deep defense cornerback. So they also did some nice offseason pickups too, and I just like them at home to at least push and win by 3 points. And I have some notes here quickly. Tennessee, despite despite a solid 31-21 straight up record, their coach since been hired in 2018. He's only 25-26-1 against the spread, right? So
damn, are you serious?
He's not that, like, you know what I mean, reliable. But I just think this game, being at home, being that they have a new piece in Julio Jones, it just adds another dimension to their offense, and they can at least win by 3. But their coach, he's not too great against the spread. But I just think with the new pickups that they got, they're at home. Arizona coming for the West Coast. This is a 1:00 start, right? So Arizona is a West Coast team, so it's kind of like 10 o'clock their time, body clock time, and it's going to be a tough game, but it should be good.
Oh man, yo, honestly, see, there's different variables to this. Just because, honestly, I think Arizona has a lot riding on this game right here because they want to start off with a bang, bro. With Kyler Murray, they just ended up signing J.J. Watt. They got D. Hopkins. They have their coach over there. What's his face over here?
Tyler something, right?
Yeah. What's his name? Whatever. The guy who coached at Texas Tech.
Yeah. I forgot his name. I want to tell you.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah. It's the Texans coach. Not Matt LaFleur. What's his name? Flip.
It's Color Rugby or something like that.
What's his name? The Cardinals coach. His name's Cliff Kingsbury, bro.
Yeah, Cliff. Why did I say Cliff? Yeah, sorry about that. Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury.
That's
yeah.
right.
So he has a lot riding on it. Supposedly he's this offensive guru, and I think he's gonna use his offensive schemes against Vrabel, and he's gonna definitely. I think they're gonna take it. I think they're gonna cover. I think they will beat the Tennessee Titans at home, just because they have a lot. They have a lot at stake. They're in one of the toughest divisions right now. You see what I'm saying? They're in the toughest division in football, the NFC West.
The NFC West,
yeah, it's locked and loaded. So they need to get these games because it's going to be a brutal bout in the battling in their conference there. You see what I'm saying? And in their division. So I think they're going to pull this one off. I think they're going to cover. I think they're going to be able to cover. You know what I mean? I think they're a good pickup at +3. And on top of that, I also think they will hit at the money line. I think they're the team.
Okay, so you like the money line too as an underdog play?
Yep.
So I'm gonna look at this as an upset. I would also lean the over in this match too. I think it opened at maybe 40. What was the total in this match? Let me just look at this line here. It's 54, right? So
yep.
I think it could go over still, regardless of what it opened at. It's currently at 54 right now. I feel like these two offenses are going to be explosive offenses, and I would also lean over. I see a lot of points in this game. I don't see how the Cardinals are going to stop the Titans defensively. Not as yet. I don't know how strong they're going to be, and I just think the Titans. I don't know how strong their defense is going to be. Right. So you have a lot of talent on the field. I like over in this game. Also.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill, bro. I don't know, man. That's a subpar quarterback, bro. I think Kyler Murray is gonna definitely have a show. I see potential. I see a lot of. He looks already solid. Just to me, it's just the problem is it's just that division he's in and the competition he has to go up against, bro. He's going up against some of the toughest competition, bro. So I think he's in the hardest division in football, the NFC or conference, NFC West, bro. It's locked and loaded, bro. You
have a lot of people that bet Arizona to actually come out of the NFC West too. So you have a lot of people believing that the NFC
exactly
is going to be the NFC West winners are going to be the Arizona Cardinals. So
Cardinals,
they got to come out strong if they want to. If they want to be the team that we think they are, and they're going to come out and try to win this division, this is a perfect way to prove it because Tennessee is a playoff team. And one more note to add on that over. Like last year, the Tennessee had a 12-4-1 over record last season. That's the second highest in the NFL. They were 12-4-1 to the over. So look for a lot of points. I like that to continue into this season here. They're going to be explosive on offense.
Exactly. I agree, bro. I agree. We're going to get to the next game. We're going to get to that next game, bro. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Indiana Colts. So it's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. Okay, so basically the spread has Seattle at -3, and they have Indiana at +3. The total is over is 49.0, and the under for the Colts is 49.0. And then the money line is -155, and then for the Colts it's +35, 135. So where do you see this? This one's an interesting one. This one's a little bit. I don't know. This one's a little bit tough right here.
Yeah, man. In this game, there's a lot of unknowns. There's definitely a lot of unknowns in this one, and you have another West Coast team traveling out to the Midwest.
Exactly.
They're going to be playing at 1:00, so they're going to be on the road. Hawks last year were a great team on the road. The Seahawks this year, it's like I said, man, it's a lot of unknowns. We're going to see Carson Wentz making his debut, right? So he's going to be starting for the Indianapolis Colts, right?
That's what's crazy about it, because he was just injured, bro. They said he was supposed to be out for at least till October. And
that's true.
Boom, he's at the end of October, November potentially, or maybe, and now boom, this guy's already ready to make his season debut. What do you take? What's your take on this, man? This one's tough, man.
This line, I think it opened up at the pick'em, if I want to say, and I think right now they're favored by how much points on Bet365 is the line that I use, the book that I use. Yeah. I think they're favored by 3. If I'm not mistaken here.
Yep, 3. Yep.
So, the Hawks are on the road, favored by 3, and you can get Colts +3 as an underdog, right?
As an underdog, yep.
I don't really have no look on this game, to be honest. But if I look at some of the readings I've seen over in the week here, the Carson Wentz, he has to again prove that he can get the job done. He hasn't really done too much. Philadelphia, he can't stay healthy, right? So we're gonna see what he can do in Indianapolis, right? They have their coach Frank Wright. He's been with the team for a while. They were in the playoffs. I think they made it to the playoffs last year, but they didn't really make no noise. And I don't know. This game is a tough game to call. I look at some stuff that I've seen over the week that I read. The Seattle here, they have poor starts, right?
Yeah.
In week 1, they're 2-4 straight up against the spread and against the spread. Sorry, so they're 2-4 in week 1. With Coach Carroll, right? Carson, he's 30. Back to the Colts and Carson, he's 35-33-1 straight up in his career as a starter, but he's only 17-22-1 over the last 3 seasons, right? So he's been awful, including the playoffs. So, and then it says I seen something says that the Eagles were 14-26 against the spread when he started. And he was 8-3 against the spread when he did not go over. He was 8-3 against the spread when he did not over the last 3 seasons. So, I mean, the team when he started. This note says the Eagles were 14-26 against the spread when he started, and 8-3 when he did not. Right. So that shows that the Eagles kind of did better when he wasn't even in the lineup. So it's a tough game to call, man. Honestly, Seattle. They've been road warriors, but it's a new season, and I'm not too sure how much great offseason they had. I don't know how much players they picked up over the offseason to make
I don't really see any big moves from Seattle. Yeah. And Russell Wilson's disgruntled, bro. He wants the Brady treatment, you know. He wants what Brady has, and he's not happy. He sat down literally and watched the Super Bowl with the commissioner right at the Super Bowl there, and just kind of was pissed off seeing Tom Brady, and he went on a tantrum and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know if his heart is in it. His wife supposedly wants to head out to Vegas or maybe LA or New York or something. They have, she's an entertainer. They can make millions of dollars upon millions of what they already make over there in those markets. So I don't know how serious. I don't know if this guy wants to be there anymore. I don't know, man. Honestly, this is a game. I'm probably not going to touch this game. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, no look for me either.
No look for
But
me,
I also
bro.
for this game, I would say, not to cut you off, but this game
Yeah, go
also,
ahead.
I would look if we're gonna look at the over and under. I also look to the over in this game as well. I think Seattle has a lot of
Yeah,
big playmakers, and then you
yeah,
have Colts. They have a strong O line. It's gonna be inside the dome. I think you could look to over 49 points in this game as well.
yeah.
I think Seattle in general will be an over team, just like I mentioned with Tampa Bay earlier in the show. I think there's value in betting the over when Colts play. I mean, when the Seahawks play games. So
Yeah.
take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll take that. We'll see what transpires. That's a little gift for you guys there. You know what I mean? Like honestly, this one is tough, man. I gotta see Seattle. I gotta see more of Seattle this season. As far as the Colts, this is a new team. Carson Wentz, he has a lot to prove, man. So I know why he rushed back ASAP because he's like, no way in hell I'm missing this. So we'll leave this one alone, bro. Like my guy Rizzo said, he says it straight up and down. Check the over on that. You know what I mean? If you need any more information, we're gonna plug in all his info there, bro. You can hit Rizzo up. You need consultation or anything. I'm sure he'll have a fee ready for whoever wants it, and you guys could pay him some money, pay him a fee, and he'll break down consultation on how you guys can make your money off these bets, bro. Very simple, bro. We're gonna get into the next team though. We're gonna go into the one of the most interesting ones right here, the Detroit Lions versus the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be at Detroit. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. What's your take on this, bro? +6, -8, +8, -8 for San Francisco, +8 for Detroit. The total, the over is 46, and the under is 46 for the Lions. So and the money line's -400 and +320. Personally, for me, Kyle Shanahan is an offensive guru. I think he's going to try to definitely. I think the money's all in the San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is an offensive guru. I think he's going to have a field day. He's going to show everybody why he's the top dog and why he does what he does. I think picking San Francisco to cover the spread, I think they definitely should be able to do that at -8.88, and the total at 46. I think the over at 46. I think they'll be able to cover that as well, and I think they'll be able to cover the money line. San Francisco has two quarterbacks they're raving about. Jimmy Garoppolo. They're raving about. They're raving about the guy from
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. They're raving about him. They want to start him immediately.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
The pressure's on. So I think personally, the San Francisco 49ers, they're also a team in that NFC West, that brutal NFC West. They need to come out strong. They got to get wins off Detroit. Detroit is an easy squad. This is not a squad that you should even you know what I mean, have any issues with. This is a team that you should be able to take care of and handle business with and keep it pushing. So I think they should be able to cover and get that taken care of. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I agree with what you said, man. This game for me is a very, very intriguing game. I even woke up today and I was trying to find some value and have a best bet. And I'm looking at this game and I'm saying, I thought San Francisco would be like an easy pick, like a walkover. Then I woke up today and said, you know what? This is one of those typical NFL trap games. This game is another game where you have a West Coast team traveling out east for a 1:00 start, right? Yep. So now you have two teams that figure to be going in the opposite directions. You have a team that the Detroit, they have a new coach. They're going to be playing with a new quarterback with Jared Goff, who they traded away. I mean, who they traded for when they traded away Matthew Stafford to the Rams. Then, like also Lecter mentioned, we have a kind of like a little quarterback battle going on in San Francisco with Jimmy G and Trey Lance. Yep. Jimmy G knows that if he messes up once or or doesn't have a great game, and sometimes he kind of shaky with his confidence. He knows that his job could be easily on the line, right?
Yep.
So now San Francisco has been favored by 7.5 all summer. I've seen this line, and now it's some lines have it at 8, some have it even at 8.5, going up to 9, right? But I just see San Francisco, they might be taking these teams for granted. They don't really know what the Detroit Lions are gonna come to, like what they're like. They don't have no game plan really. They don't know what Detroit Lions are gonna do because we haven't seen golf on the Lions, right? Maybe the Lions kind of expect what the 49ers might try to do. So it's an intriguing game. I thought that this 49ers could have value and could cover this spread. But as I see it going up at certain books, even my book, I think it went up to 8. I think I would side with the Lions. It's a tough game again, man. Some of these games you're gonna have to really sit back and just kind of feel it out. I wouldn't really try to go too hard this week, me personally. But Detroit, they could stay within margin. They don't necessarily have to win the game.
That's
and then
true.
on the other hand, the 49ers could show up and whoop their ass. But it's like the San Francisco has to take this team serious. They can't take them as a pushover. It's week 1. If it's any other week, maybe Detroit would probably be, the line probably be even higher, and they might just get smacked. But it is week 1. It is a home opener. It's a game where you just look at it and you say, maybe, man, they have a chance. Detroit is going to get smacked. And then this is one of those typical NFL games where you can get trapped and you might see an upset. So taking points with the Lions, I wouldn't talk nobody out of that. San Francisco, like we said, there is some quarterback controversy, so Jimmy G will play motivated and come out and try to play mistake-free and get the job done. But will they try to necessarily cover the spread? That's to be unknown. And like I said, they're coming out from the West Coast starting 1 o'clock p.m. So, but I have some notes here as well. Quickly, let me break it down.
Yeah.
The 49ers have only one winning season in Kyle Shanahan's 4 years at the helm. They're 32-34-1 against the spread overall since they hired him in 2017. Now, they were in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago, right? So they were banged up last season. That's why they weren't talked about, and we haven't heard too much noise with them. They had one of their star players, Richard Sherman, get up in some controversy in the offseason. But now they're healthy, and they have all their guys back. So it's going to be tough. But they should be able to win the game. To cover the spread is another story. They should win, though. Despite the poor overall ATS record under Shanahan, which is their head coach, the Niners have been effective on the road. They are 19-13 against the spread in the last 4 seasons. So, like El Selector said, there is great value, and I see why he would side with the 49ers. But just because this is a time and situation. So, the week 1 o'clock start, maybe in this scenario, Detroit might be able to hang in the margin, and that's all I can have to say.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. They could potentially hang, but man, if that San Francisco team doesn't pull this off, and not by the hair of their mouth, but like they got to get the win, bro. Because
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man, bro, that AFC they got everybody. The Seahawks is in that division.
We just said that.
Yep, the Cardinals are in that division. The Rams are in that division. That's probably the toughest conference right now in football by far. Like it's a little conference over there, bro. It's like straight up killers in that conference. So, hey, man, they got a lot riding on this. We're gonna get to the next team though.
Some more key notes on this game, real quick. The 49ers, they got a lot of key players returning, right? Both on the offense and defense. They're well balanced, right? They lost Garoppolo last year, but now they have the receiver Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. They got Nick Bosa. They lost them last year, and they're all back healthy, right? So now the offense should be potent, and they should be another team that can score a lot of points, right? Their core remains intact, and they look to rebound this season. So overall, remember, this is just week 1. I'm just trying to look for some value, but going forward, San Francisco is going to be definitely a team you got to watch out for. Like I did say, they were in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago, so we can't count them out.
No, I agree, bro. I agree. You nailed it. You spot on. You're dead on that one, yo. Honestly, all right, we're going to get to that next team right there. We're going to get to the Chargers versus the Washington football team. Oh, man. All right.
This is a good one, too, man.
Yeah, no. This one's an interesting one. All right, the Chargers, man, the spread is plus +1 for the Chargers, -1 for Washington football team. The over is 45.5 for LA Chargers, and under is 45.5 for the Washington football team. The money line is +100 and for LA Chargers and -120 for the Washington football team. What's your take on that? You think they're gonna? What's the take?
Okay, when I look at the notes I have for this game, it's another game, my man, Alel Selector, where you have a West Coast team. I might sound repetitive, but you have another West Coast team traveling out to the East Coast, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Those who don't know, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time compared to West Coast time is 3 hours behind, so that's 10 o'clock body time. So now this game is basically listed at a pick'em. I think one point it was the Washington football team was favored by 1 point, right? Which is almost like a pick'em, they call it in betting terms. And now some books have the Chargers favored by 1. So right now on Bet365, the Chargers are, the Washington football team is favored by 1. The total's at 45.5. I just look at it plain and simple. The Washington team has a great defense. It was top 5 last year in the NFL, right? Now they're at home. You got the Chargers with Herbert trying to come back and prove to this season that it wasn't a fluke in his rookie season. But now fans are back in the stadium. So now we're going to see if Herbert playing on the road with fans in the stands, is that going to affect his game, right? He was the rookie of the year last year. He's great talent. Should be a great game. But I just like the fact that you have a Washington team that was in the playoffs. They also have something to play for. They're trying to win their division. They have a Chase Young and a great defense over there. They're bringing back Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a vet. He's pretty old, but he's better than those other 2 quarterbacks who they had in the lineup last year, right? Haskins and I think Alex Smith. So they picked up some pieces. They got some nice receivers. I got a guy named Curtis Samuel. They picked up in free agency. I think Washington is a play here, man. I think Washington -1 is a pick 'em, so you can either pick them on the spread or the money line.
Yep.
I have to side it's Washington for me, man. And then I got a little notes here with Fitzpatrick. He'll be starting for his 9th NFL franchise when he takes the field, right, in week 1. And he's only 59, 86, and 1 as a starter, right? But even though those numbers are bad, he's going to be on a team with a great defense. So as long as he can manage the game, not turn over the ball, he's going to be at home. Last season, they were 6-3 against the spread, the Washington football team. I like the Washington team with the point, -1 or money line. Take it to the bank.
No, I agree with you. I think you're spot on, bro, because, Washington played 6 games over 4.45 and scored its current matchup point total last year already. You see what I'm saying? So Washington's kind of a consistent team, bro. Like when it comes to they can cover on what they need to cover on, bro. And then
definitely with that defense.
Exactly, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Always be in the game.
Exactly. So that football team, you know what I mean? Like that's a team where I think a lot of people need to kind of pay attention to. Even if they lose, just expect Washington to potentially cover. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think Washington can get this done, bro. I think Washington.
Yeah, they just gotta win by 1 point or 2 points to cover the spread.
Yeah,
So
either they win.
There's not even a large spread.
It's not a large spread, so exactly. So, I honestly, personally, I think this is a good one right here. I think Washington's a good team to pick. It's a safe bet. The Chargers. The Chargers are the Chargers, right? This is the guy's 2nd year. He came off his Rookie of the Year season. He was the Offensive Rookie of the Year, which kudos to him. He played really well. You know what I mean? He definitely beat out so and so for that position after he had that injury to his chest or whatever. And then afterwards, he's been running it ever since. So but I like Washington on this one right here. I think Washington should be able to be the safe bet, bro. We're gonna move quickly on to the next one right there because we want to get to the juicier games, bro. Let's get to this. Yeah, man. The Eagles versus the Falcons.
That game, that's a pass for me. I have no look on that game. If you want to move, but if anything, another game is 2 awful teams. I would say over.
Yeah, simple as
Over.
that.
I'll take this. I mean, Justin Herbert is going to be started for the Eagles. Matt Ryan, he lost his
What's his
key
name?
guy.
Jalen Hurts is starting for the Eagles. We
I
don't
mean,
even know what
sorry,
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts. Sorry, Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts. My bad. That's who's going to be starting
Yeah.
for the Philly. They got rid of Wentz now, so he's taking over. But man, it's an awful game.
Awful game.
Value
bro.
the Birds, but these two teams, I don't look for them to do make any noise in the NFC this year. And
No, not at all.
it's a pass. There's no value in this game.
There's no
I
value
mean,
at all.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm rooting for that Jalen Hurts, but man, I don't know, man. That Eagles team, they got to figure things out. I will pass on that new coach too, Sirianni, bro. This guy, I don't know, man. This is just
A quick note I have on this game. I seen the
Mhm.
Falcons have failed to cover their opener in 5 straight seasons, losing four of them outright. The Eagles have not covered the last 6 times on the road. So it's gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one. It's hard to pick a side.
yeah.
If you like the over, maybe take the over. And hopefully 2 shitty teams, they make a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers, and maybe they can get up and over the total. But it's gonna be a tough one, man. The Falcons are at home, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna leave this one out of here. I'm not gonna touch this one. If you want to put your money down, put your money on the Eagles. I don't trust anything on the Falcons, but we don't even know what we're gonna get from the Eagles. I need to see.
Yeah.
I need to watch the Eagles for a couple of weeks, see some things before I could actually start feeling confident putting any dollars behind this team, bro. So we'll pass on this one right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go anywhere with any money behind the Atlanta Falcons team right now. So.
Oh yeah. Now we got this next team right here, bro. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Texas Texans. This is probably another horrendous game right here too, bro. Because
Another awful game, man. Yeah.
This dude.
Another terrible game. You got Tyrod Taylor starting for the Texans.
Oh my goodness. Tyrod Taylor, no wide receivers, no nothing. He has no help. He's just out there trying to figure it out on his own with a new rookie coach, and then we have a college coach entering the NFL again. What's his name? We have a college coach in the NFL, and then we got a rookie quarterback. I don't know about this.
Yeah, Urban Meyer you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Urban Meyer. Yeah,
it's
we got
a terrible game, man.
It's terrible, yo.
I got some notes for the viewers, so if they want to, and I got over
here.
Yeah,
drop that. Drop those gems. Drop those gems
for that Houston. Hold up, let me just scroll down and find them. For that, it's the Houston and Jacksonville, right? You got who's at home? Houston, right?
Yeah, Houston's at home.
Yeah, last year the Jacksonville only won 1 game, and that was their first game of the year. Last year I think they beat the Colts. I want to say last year, and that was their only win. That's why they were able to draft number 1, Trevor Lawrence, right? But in this game, it's another awful game, and what I see here, it says the Jacksonville. They had the second worst against the spread record over the last 3 seasons. They have actually not had. It's 19-27-2, 41.3%. They don't cover. Now they're going to Houston. Houston, they should be one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the NFL. They're dysfunctional. It's a lot of things going on, and it's a divisional matchup. Man, if I was gonna say take a gun to my head, I would take Houston just because Houston's at home. But it's a terrible game, man. And Trevor Lawrence is gonna, like any other rookie quarterback, it's gonna be tough. You're in the NFL now. You're gonna be on the road. I just don't see how they can pull out a win here. Jacksonville is a favorite, but it shows you that the odds makers don't even know, because Jacksonville has been so awful over the last couple of years against the spread. Yet they're still a favorite over a veteran quarterback home team where they're starting a rookie. So it's tough.
Yeah,
tough.
they don't know. They don't know. They don't know, bro. Honestly, and it'd be crazy for us to sit on here and tell you like, hey, we know exactly. Because this one is like, yo, this one goes over everyone's heads. Like, this is the one.
Save your money.
Like, bro, save your money, bro. Sit down, watch these 2 teams for a couple weeks, and then come up with a conclusion, bro. Don't just dive right in right now, bro. So you're gonna lose your money. All right, we're gonna get to the next one right here. Cincinnati versus Minnesota, bro. What's your take on this one right here? The Vikings. It's gonna be at Cincinnati. Vikings -3.5, and Bengals +3. The over is 47 for the Vikings, and under is 47 for the Bengals. The money line's minus 160, 160, and for the Vikings, and plus 140 for the Bengals. What's your take on that, bro? I don't know, man. To me personally, I don't know what I'm getting from Joe Burrow. This guy's been injured. He came off some injury. He's been talking about how he still doesn't really feel right. I don't know what I'm getting from Joe Burrow. The Vikings, I think the Vikings, I don't know, man. This one's, I don't know, bro.
Okay, I have here, looking at this game here, in the notes that I see that the Vikings, they're on the road. They're looking to make some noise in their division as well. They're healthy. They're bringing back Kirk Cousins. After missing the playoffs for 5 straight seasons, winning just 25 of their last 80, the Bengals are going to make some strides in 2021, is what I read. But their quarterback, Joe Burrow, was out most of the regular season last year due to injury, and now he's back, and he didn't play any games in the preseason. So I don't really know what we should expect from him in this week 1, right? Now, on the other hand, you got the Vikings. They're favored by 3. They have their quarterback. I see the Vikings pulling it out here, man. I don't see why we wouldn't want to. We know more about what the Vikings have. They have a great running back in Dalvin Cook. You know what I mean? I see the Vikings pulling it out, man. I don't see how they should lose to a team. We don't know what Joe Burrow is going to bring. He didn't play no games in the preseason. Now he has to open it up game 1 at home, mind you. But I just see the Vikings as a well-coached team. They have the slight edge for me. If I look at some notes for this game that I have as well, I'm just trying to find it quickly here. The Vikings should be able to win this game, like I said. Just give me a sec. Bear with me.
Yeah. The Vikings should be able to win this game. You're right. I agree with you. This should be an easy cakewalk for the Vikings. The Vikings need this game.
Yeah. So the Vikings have the NFL's second best against the spread record since hiring their coach Mike Zimmer in 2014, right? Since that time, they are 68, 48-1, which is 58.6% ATS. So they have fared very well against the AFC under Zimmer, right?
Yeah.
As well, they're 19-9 against the spread. So since they have hired their coach, they're 68-48 in one push since 2014, and against AFC opponents, which they'll be playing on Sunday, because Cincinnati is an AFC team, they're 19-9 against the spread. I like the Minnesota Vikings -3.
Yo, I agree. I'm gonna go with you on that standpoint. I just don't see anything from the Bengals. I think the Vikings do need this game. I think the Vikings will get this game. Mm-hmm. I think they are the safest ones. They're safe. I think they're very safe. It's at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a trash team. I don't even know who their coach is. Joe Burrow dropped back 300 times last season, and they just destroyed him. They ruined the guy. I've never seen a rookie quarterback drop back that much. He dropped back like 300 times. Did you see that?
Yeah, they definitely had a weak offensive line, man. They did. He was bound to get hurt.
Oh my God. This guy, he has to hurry up, finish off his thing, finish off as strong as he can with that horrible O-line, and grab his bags and leave Cincinnati once his contract is up. I don't care even if they try to franchise tag you. Ask for a trade. Get the hell out of Cincinnati, bro. You're not going to be able to last.
Their head coach Cincinnati is Zach Taylor too.
Who the hell is he? Nobody knows who he is.
He's also facing pressure because the team has only been 6-25-1 in his first 2 years. So,
bro, oh man, Marvin Lewis, bro, was their ex-coach, right? At one point.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely. He just couldn't win the playoffs.
Yep.
He definitely was their previous coach before Zach Taylor.
Yep, man. So man. Yep, man. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, but Vikings for me, -3. I like that.
Yep. -3.
Sunday,
yeah, I agree, bro. 1 o'clock game. I think the Vikings should be able to. Kirk Cousins is going to have a field day. I'm a little bit shaky on the Vikings, but just because they're playing the Bengals, I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm not too fan on the Vikings, but I know how the Bengals are. The Bengals are not a team you want to put your money on, so it should be a doozy. It should be an easy one. This is a payday. If Kirk Cousins doesn't pull this off, then Kirk Cousins, bro, I think your time. You're not going to go to the playoffs, buddy. All right, so we're
I
gonna get to
agree.
the
And the
next
Vikings,
one.
they got some weapons, man. They got a good little squad there. They got like I said, Dalvin Cook at the running back. They got the receiver core. They still have they got Justin Jefferson. They got some nice receivers here, man. They got do they still have the guy? What's his name there? I'm
Which
looking at the
guy?
roster here. Thielen. Was he think Thielen? I don't see him on there anymore though. Was he hurt? For the
Good
Vikings on
question.
the wide receiver. I
Let
don't
me
see him
see.
here, but Adam Thielen was a good receiver for them.
We got Justin Jefferson. Yeah, the Adam Thielen. Yeah, yep. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still there. So they got some guys there. They got Justin Jefferson. They screwed up with Stephon Diggs, but that's a whole other conversation there. They should
They
still
got
have
a
him
good
on that.
defense too. They picked up Patrick Patterson, who used to play for the Arizona Cardinals. They got Xavier Woods still over there in the secondary. So you know what I mean? The Vikings offense kept them. They kept them in a lot of games last year, and they should be back strong this year again, man. So, and they picked up some good players on the O line too to protect Cousins. So it should be an interesting season for them.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So yo, this one right here, New York Jets versus the Carolina Panthers. A lot of people are raving about the New York
Yes.
Jets. People are raving about the New York Jets. They like what they see from Zach Wilson. We'll see, bro. But yo, the spread +4. Okay, so it's going to be New York Jets at Carolina. So the New York Jets are going to be heading out to Carolina to play the Panthers. The spread is +4 for the Jets, -4 for the Panthers. The total 45 for the over, and the under for the Carolina is 45 as well. Plus the money line is plus 170, and for the Jets, and the money line for the Panthers is -200. So what's your take on that? Like personally, for me, I think. See, like I haven't even seen the Panthers. I didn't watch their whole preseasons. I didn't watch anything from the Panthers, so I can't even really break down the Panthers just because they got a new quarterback in Sam Darnold. So, and he's playing his former team, so that should be extra motivation right there because they gave up on him. Let's be real. They gave up on
No, I
Sam
agree with
Darnold.
you. Yeah, but he
Yeah,
was in a toxic environment with that coach Adam Gase, and
Adam Gates. Oh man, that guy
he
was. He
never stood
didn't.
a chance, man. So it was
Oh
rough for
man, bro,
Darnold in that situation.
dude, that dude was going through. Man, that dude was going through some hard times over there, bro. Like he got drafted the wrong place. This is why it's so important for players to understand where you get drafted is so important.
Very true. Yeah.
John Elway once got drafted to the Baltimore Colts. He said, "I'm not going over there."
Look at that. Yeah. No way.
No, when Eli Manning got drafted by the Chargers, Eli Manning's father came on and said, "My son won't be playing for you." He wouldn't even let his son talk, bro.
No.
He did
Yeah, I
all
remember
the
that.
talking.
Yeah. Eli, right? Yeah, I remember that.
He wouldn't even let him talk, bro. He said, "No way in hell my son's going over there. No way in hell."
So this game here is a very intriguing game too. So this game was like a fly under the radar game, right? But I was looking at it and I came to the conclusion that I might want to make this one of my best bets, and I got them at -4 on Bet365, right?
Yeah, you got the Carolina Panthers. Damn.
Yeah, so I'm looking. Yeah, like when I look at it, man, I think there's some injuries that the Jets are going through right now, and some notes I have on this game and some stuff that I read. Offensively, last year the Jets finished dead last or next to last in points, yards, and passing yards, plays per drive, yards per drive, points per drive, and rushing touchdowns. They came in dead last. Defensively, the Jets have allowed 103.2 passer rating, with the 29 ranked pass defense and 26 in points allowed on defense. So they have no shortage of holes to fill on their roster, and they have a lot of concerns in every position almost. So they're in trouble, man.
No O line on the Jets.
Yeah,
No O line on the Jets.
it's like a complete rebuild for the Jets again after failing the draft choices they made over the years, and nothing's worked out for them, right? So I don't see if the quarterback Zach Wilson that they drafted him being any right now. He'll be good, but right now this week 1, I gotta lean with the Carolina Panthers, man. So when I look at the Carolina Panthers and the Jets have no urgency to win right now, right? They just want to maybe they want to win 2-3 games out of the season. Maybe they want to continue to try and build through the draft, right? So Carolina, you got Sam Darnold, like you said, facing his former team. He has more talent around him. He has McCaffrey at running back, so he has a lot of talent and he has something to prove, man. He's facing his former team, like I just said. I think they have a good offensive coordinator over there in Carolina. I see Carolina winning this game. The thing is, it's -4, so it's almost like 2 scores they got to win by at least, right? But some people believe that Darnold's an upgrade over Teddy Bridgewater, who they had last year, and I just think overall Christian McCaffrey, they got a guy named DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. These guys are all good people that can catch the ball. The defense last year was developing. Last year, they got a guy named Jace Horn at cornerback, defensive end Brian Burns. They got a lot of good players. I really like this team to win tomorrow. This is my best bet. The Jets, I don't see them winning this game at all. The Jets were league's worst, 18-29 and won 38.3% against the spread. Over the last 3 years, right? I think I just said that too. So like, man, it's tough. The only thing is Carolina at home, they were just 2-6 straight up last year and against the spread at home last season. But they were 7-1 against the spread on the road. So they got to look to be better when they're at home and take advantage. And this is a team where I think they can take advantage of on the road. A lot of injuries for the Jets as well on their defensive line.
I agree, yo. I think also the Jets, the problem with the Jets is, like, I don't know what I'm getting out of the Jets. That's the issue with the Jets. I couldn't tell anyone tell anyone, yo, go put your money on the Jets, bro. Because, yo, that'd be real irresponsible on my behalf, yo. Sit down here and tell people, yo, go put your money on the Jets. I wouldn't advise anyone to put any money on the Jets as of right now. I think let's wait and see what we can see from the Jets. If the Jets pick up or they're able to get things popping or busy, then I would tell people to go and put money on the Jets. But until then, don't put no money on the Jets. Yeah, don't put no money on the Jets.
And their O-line is banged up. They have a lot of key injuries.
Yeah, they got too many guys are out, bro. They have a quarterback that's basically going to be running for his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy,
the Jets are missing a lot of key guys on the O-line this week.
Yeah, no O-line, bro, no O-line. So just put your money on Carolina if you're ready to make some money. Jets, I'm sure the guy will look exciting. What's his name? Zach Wilson. I think he'll look really exciting. Yeah, I saw him in college, bro. I actually watched his games, bro. I wasn't too fond of him. I thought there was a lot of hype around him. Then I saw him lose to Coastal. I was like a little confused, but.
Yeah. I also read something too. Like the same thing you just said. The same guy there. He and something I read. The guy Zach Wilson out of Bayou. He was nice, but not a guy who saw a whole lot of NFL caliber defenders in college. Exactly. He was a breakout. He had a breakout season last year, but the Bayou team itself didn't face any Power 5 conference team. Like so.
Exactly.
It's a hit or miss kind of thing. So we'll see, but I don't really think they have a chance tomorrow.
No,
but anything is possible any given Sunday. But
no, I don't either. I don't think they have a chance either.
It's a tough sled for them tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think they have a chance either, bro. I agree with you, bro. I think this is going to be a wash, bro. It's going to be easy breezy work for the Carolina Panthers, bro. I'm not too sold on Carolina either, but just because of who they're playing. Yeah. Okay. Now we got a game. Now we can talk about some real football right here, bro.
Let's
talk about this, bro. The Cleveland Browns at Kansas City Chiefs. Cleveland Browns plus 5.5 on the spread. Kansas City minus 5.5. The total 54 on the over 54.5, under 54.5 for the Kansas City Chiefs, and the money line is plus 210. And for Cleveland and minus 220 for, or minus 250 for Kansas City. What's your take on that?
Now, this game is a very intriguing game. This game, when I look at some of my opening lines, when I seen the off season, it opened up as Kansas City was favored by 5.5. Then it went up to 6.5. Some places went it up to 7. Now it's 5.5 once again. And the total is, what do we have the total at? You said select, is it 54?
Yeah, the total, the you talking about the total? Yeah, 54.5.
Yeah, 54, right?
Yes.
So, man, the Browns, they almost had these guys actually in that divisional round in the AFC divisional round there, and mind you, Mahomes left halfway through the game, and the Chiefs barely squeaked it out. But now, fast forward to September 12th, the public is on the Cleveland Browns, thinking that the Cleveland Browns are going to be able to get the job done and keep this game close, or even pull out the outright upset. But me personally, teams like this, it's kind of like Pittsburgh, and I was saying with Buffalo. The last time we seen Patrick Mahomes on the field playing a meaningful game, he got slaughtered by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are the Super Bowl defending champions. Now, you're telling me that the Cleveland Browns with Baker Mayfield, they have upgraded their squad. They have some nice defensive key pieces that they picked up. But now, regardless of anything that's going on, I just don't see that a team with Patrick Mahomes in September and Andy Reid, I just don't see those guys falling to the Cleveland Browns in Arrowhead Stadium after losing the way they did in the Super Bowl, right? So you look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. You look at Kansas City. Some notes I have here. They're a powerhouse, and they're going to be a team that could definitely return to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are 78, 60, and 3 pushes, 56.5% against the spread since hiring Andy Reid in 2013. That's the NFL's third best record over that time, right? So the Browns, on the other hand, they own the second worst against the spread record since 2003. Obviously, they've been through a lot of stuff through that time, right? But they're not too great against the spread, right? So now you're asking them to do a big job. Not really a big job because they don't have to necessarily win the game, but stay within the 5.5. But I'm not betting against Mahomes in September, man. I just think that's too much power. Him and Andy Reid in September, they have a credible record. I think they're going to be looking to show teams that they're still a powerhouse in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL. And I like them to cover the 5.5. Man. I have one more little side note here too on that game, because this is a very good game. That's going to be. It's actually a good game that I probably want to sit back and watch. I don't really think I'm going to bet on it, but when I look at that this game here, I have the last time these two teams played, the Chiefs beat the Browns 22-17 in that playoff game, right? And even though they lost Patrick Mahomes midway through the third quarter with a concussion, Andy Reid had replaced every player on his offensive line. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but
it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You're breaking it down right down to a T, bro. A lot of people you're putting them on game right now, bro.
Yeah, so Kansas City.
He's telling you guys what it is.
Yeah, Kansas City, man, 6.5. There's what I had it circled here. Where is it here? Yeah, so one more side note. The Cleveland Browns last year, if you're looking to bet the over, they had some extreme scoring performances in 2020, finishing more than 20 points off the over under total in 8 different games. So 6 over, 2 under. So they have a lot of scoring potential, and this game, depending how they play, if they want to play the ball, if they want to keep away and play and try to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands, maybe it goes under. But if they play aggressive and try to just win the game and have a shootout type of game and stay up with Kansas City, it could go over. And Cleveland is a good team to side with the over as well in this game. The over, I think, is is 54.5. So it's a
Yeah.
high one, but it's possible.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%, bro. Honestly, I would say put your money out on Kansas City. Kansas City's gonna. This is gonna be their first game. You expect an explosive offense. Expect them to put up points and heaps. Patrick Mahomes, my homeboy, that dude is no joke, bro. Honestly, he's out here. He says he's chasing 20-0. He said that's his goal. So he's trying to one up Brady. He's trying to slowly but surely get Brady. So hey man, put your money on Mahomes, bro. That's my suggestion to you. Um, put your money on that squad. That's what I would do if I was anybody out here. Put your money on Mahomes straight up and down. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put my
man,
money
this is
on
gonna be a
Kansas
great
City.
game.
It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be really explosive. You're gonna see a lot of offense. You're gonna see is Odell Beckham playing or he's still out?
I think he's questionable, but I think he should play. They
Yeah,
said he was questionable last time I seen.
yeah, is he even in the is he practicing? Because I know a lot of guys that
Oh
have
yeah, he
practiced.
was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if he's questionable, that means he potentially may come in. You know what I mean? Odell has to have a big season this year. This Cleveland Browns team is
Oh yeah,
projected to go to Super Bowl. If
yeah.
Cleveland could win
They
this,
gotta stay healthy and help out his quarterback, man. He gotta have a big season.
yeah, bro, they could make it to the Super Bowl. Yo, Cleveland has the weakest schedule. For those who don't
They
know, in the NFL right now, they have
this
the
yeah, I
easiest
see some
schedule.
notes. Yeah, yeah, I did have that in my notes. The Browns.
The
They do
easiest
have the
schedule.
easiest schedule. They
So,
play
bro,
the NFC North and they play the AFC. But they do, yo, they play the AFC West this year, and they
yeah,
play the NFC North.
who they playing in the AFC
NFC North,
West?
the NFC North is not that bad, but the AFC West, no, you know how they each team has to play AFC division and the NFC division
Yeah, who they playing though? Which team?
outside of their own division, so they'll be playing the AFC West, which is going to be Kansas City, Denver,
Okay, yeah.
LA, and Oakland.
LA.
And
Yeah,
then they have
yeah,
the NFC North, and then they play their own division. Then they have other games as like other games sprinkled off their
yeah.
schedule as well. But they mainly play their division, obviously. Then you have the NFC North and the AFC West.
No, I agree, bro. But
But
relatively,
they have terrific running backs. They have a great
mhm,
receiving core. They're gonna
yep,
be a great team. But just asking a lot. It's not really asking a lot. I would say it's just gonna be tough for them. Just because of the situation again that the Kansas City the last time they played they had a lot bad taste in their mouth. They want to they're gonna I think they're gonna come out and try to blow the. They're not gonna. I don't know. I wouldn't want to say even blow them out, but they're gonna be like 5.5 with a team like with a guy like Mahomes is not asking for too much. You
I
just want
agree.
you just want a touchdown, even if it's 37-30, then you cover it, right? So
I agree. I
I
agree, bro.
I rather bet with my guy Mahomes than to bet against him with a Cleveland Brown team on the road.
Yep,
I just think the safer bet is
I agree.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
I agree, bro. I agree. I would not put my money against Patrick Mahomes at all, bro. Let me tell you something. Patrick Mahomes, like I said before, he said he has a goal, 20-0. So hey, man, you never know. You might be watching history this season, bro. There's a couple guys over there running around screaming that 20-0 thing, bro. That 20-0 thing is a hot talk. Patrick Mahomes threw it out there saying, hey, if I can get 20-0, I'll be the first to do something like that. The only team that whenever went undefeated was that Miami's Dolphins team from like the 70s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
exactly. That's the only team.
the only team, bro.
Another note on the
So
Chiefs here too. The Chiefs have won 6 straight openers, averaging more than 37 points in their last 5. And finally, because they were 42-14 over the last 7 seasons at one of the most imposing facilities in the NFL,
yeah,
back when
exactly.
it was known simply as Arrowhead. So
Exactly.
they're not going to be a team that you can just push over. They
No,
come
not
to
at all.
dominate, especially when they're at home. So
No, not at
should
all,
be a
bro.
very intriguing game tomorrow in the 4 o'clock slot. If not, might be the game of the week. So the
Exactly.
public is definitely on the Cleveland Browns, though. There's a lot of money. I think that's why it came down from 6.5 to 5.5. So there's a lot of people backing the Cleveland Browns, thinking that it could stay within margin and keep the game close. But I'm not. gonna back the Cleveland Browns
Yeah,
here in this
yeah. I'm
situation.
not. I'm not. I'm not even gonna touch Cleveland on this situation. I got Mahomes all day. I think Mahomes is gonna pull this. This is a team I'm gonna put my money on for this one, and this is a team that should be able to cover no ifs, buts, or ands. We're gonna get into the next team though. We're looking at the Green Bay Packers versus Saints. This is gonna be an easy one. This is an easy one. You already know what it is, bro.
Yep,
Packers.
A-Rod
Pa-
all day is for me.
Yep, A Rod all day. You already know what it is. That guy's gonna clean. He's gonna clean up. He has a lot to prove. It might be his last year in Green Bay, so expect big things from Aaron Rodgers. Minus 3.5 for the Green Bay Packers on the spread, plus 3.5 for the New Orleans Saints. The total is 49 point. Over is 49.5. The under is 49.5 for the New Orleans Saints. Money line is minus 80 and plus 8 plus so yeah minus 8 180 and plus 160. Who do you got, bro, right now? We already know who we got, but let them
This is
know.
a great game to look at. As far as not really a great game, but it's an intriguing game
Yeah,
once again because
yeah.
you have the simple fact that New Orleans won't be even playing in New Orleans. This game will be played in Jacksonville.
Oh, it's going
Now,
down in Jacksonville, eh?
yes, because there was a hurricane a few weeks ago, and so New
Oh,
Orleans won't be playing at home. Now, I also laid on a future bet on this team here, the Saints, to not go over the win total of 8.5 games. I don't think they're gonna even win 9 games. Now they're gonna be starting Jameis Winston, and there's no more Drew Brees, and you're asking them to defeat Aaron Rodgers, who is a MVP, former MVP, Hall of Famer, NFL quarterback, with the simple fact that like I said, this might be his last dance. So it's all or nothing right now. Aaron Rodgers is trying to get back to the Super Bowl and possibly win it.
winning.
Now, when
Yep.
you look at Green Bay, they have a lot of question marks. They got a suspect O line here. I'm looking at my notes. Green Bay, they're gonna have a tough schedule overall, so they got to pick up games and win games against opponents like this. So Green Bay, their coach in September overall, beginning of seasons, has gone off to a quick start. Matt LaFleur. Green Bay is 28 and 8 straight up, and 22 and 14 against the spread since hiring Matt LaFleur in 2019. Also, the Saints, they are going to have to rebuild. They don't want to. I don't think they're going to win a lot of games this season. Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill are their quarterbacks here now. They have to replace Drew Brees. Winston won the starting job, but we'll see what he has to offer. They said he had surgery in the offseason on his eyes. Maybe that should help. But there won't be no Michael Thomas to help throw to give him any assistance. We're gonna see if they're running back there. What's his name? What's the running back name there? I'll select there. Is Alvin Kamara. Alvin
Alvin
Kamara.
Kamara. Oh,
He's
beast,
kind of
beast.
he's kind of stepped down last season, so we'll see if he can bounce back. The defense took a lot of hits this season. They lost one of their defensive ends named Trey Hendrickson. Sorry, Janoris Jenkins is also gone. So this season
Michael
it's gonna
Thomas
be
is
tough.
gone as well.
Yeah, he's out for like 6 weeks. It's gonna be tough, man. Sean Payton, I have some little statistics here on the Saints. Although the coach Sean Payton for the Saints has coached every game since he joined the 2006. The team has done reasonably well with him under the helm. But they're 139 to 115 with 3 ties. That's 54.7% against the spread with Coach Payton. But I just think it's a tough task, a tall task to go out and try to beat the Green Bay after the situation that we know Aaron Rodgers is in and what he's trying to prove this season and what he's trying to accomplish. So 2 longtime NFC contenders facing off in week 1, but I'm gonna have to side with the Green Bay. Some people got it at 4.5. Some people got it at 3.5. I have it here at 3.5. I like them to cover the 3.5, and I like them to get off at a good start on a neutral field. Green Bay Packers. And one more quick note too on that before I give it off to El Selector. The Packers have won and covered 6 of 7 September games under Matt LaFleur. Rodgers threw 3 touchdown passes in a 37-30 win at the Superdome last September. This time it's not even in the Superdome. Give me Green Bay and A-Rod.
No, you're right, bro. I agree with you, bro. Honestly, Aaron Rodgers all day. Of course, I see. It depends. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of guys that are missing. There's some key pivotal players missing, such as Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, and several other players on the offensive end for the New Orleans Saints. Aaron Rodgers virtually has all his same guys back from when we last saw him at the NFC championship game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they brought all the same guys back. Plus they added also thing is going to be missing. David Bakhtiari is going to be missing for a little bit, but that shouldn't be no biggie. You see what I'm saying? But that shouldn't be no biggie. I think personally, Jameis Winston is going to be started. So he's going to be starting quarterback, Jameis Winston. I don't know if they're going to back and forth with what's this guy's name over here? The other guy, Taysom Hillis. That guy's pretty nice. I thought he was solid. When I saw him, bro, I thought he was explosive. He was strong. He was quick. He had a rocket arm. I thought he was good. I thought he would beat Jameis out, but
they used him in night. The way they used him is pretty smart, right? The way they would use him, like on short down situations, red zone, first and goal, second and goal situations. But is it going to work this year with Wilson? Yeah, he did too. He started a few games.
Nice, bro. Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, you're right.
I think what they're trying to do with the whole Taysom Hillis, I think they're trying to cut back on Jameis's interceptions because Jameis, he threw 30 and 30 at one point, and if he had cut that down to at least 15, he would have probably put down at least maybe 40 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said he got surgery this season, off season, so the vision might be A1 now. Yeah, the 2020 vision, so he might be straight.
He might be straight. And then Jameis too, like, he's a little bit of a funny guy. He's a little bit, he got a little funny stuff going on. But if Jameis can lock in and they can fix him, and the coach for the Saints can take care of him and make sure that he's good and cut those interceptions down, they may have something special because he's still relatively young in quarterback years because he's only like 26, 27. Let's be real, bro. You got quarterback. Hello? Let's be real. We got quarterbacks now who are going till they're you can play them their quarterback till you're 45 now. You see what I'm saying? We're seeing it right now. Like the quarterback position, as long as you take care of yourself, eat healthy, eat right, make sure your arm is healthy, you know what I mean? Make sure that you take care of yourself. You can play a long time in the NFL at quarterback now. The NFL quarterback nowadays, these guys have trainers. They don't play around, bro. Spending $1 million on their body every year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm still going to go with Green Bay, though. I think Green Bay will be able to cover the spread. I think they'll also hit on the money line as well. The over is on Green Bay. It's not like crazy amounts of money, but at the same time, though, I think Green Bay should be able to take care of business and get the job done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be a difficult one, bro. We're going to get to the next team right here, bro. We're almost getting out of here. We're almost done with this. So let's take a look at the next team we got. All right, bro. The next team we have on the list is the next team we have on the list is the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. Boom. This one's going to be a doozy. Because we're going to get to see 2 quarterbacks with a lot of hype, 2 Alabama quarterbacks going at it. We're going to see the New England Patriots' new starting quarterback. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, they're sleeping on a rock. Cam Newton is no longer on the New England Patriots. It's Mac Jones' team now. So Mac Jones right now, the spread is plus 3.3 for plus 3 for the Miami Dolphins, minus 3 for the Patriots. The total is 43.5. Under is 43.5 for the New England Patriots as well. And so money line is plus 155 for the Miami Dolphins and minus 175 for the New England Patriots. What's your take on that?
I like the Dolphins here, man. I like the Dolphins for the simple fact that they got a good coach And
Yep.
this is going to be an intriguing game still. But what do we know? I trust Bill Belichick to make the right decision, right? The thing is, Miami, they have to prove also that they're like there's gonna be a new it's a new reign in the AFC East. You have the Bills, you obviously the Jets are not that good, so it's between the Bills, Dolphins, and Patriots. So this is a perfect example for the perfect opportunity for the Dolphins to go in on the road versus a divisional rival and show that they also last year it wasn't a fluke, and now Tua is gonna be the guy to lead the team. Now it's not him sharing roles with Fitzpatrick. When they had Tua in the lineup, they did go 6-3 last season, right? And they have a ton of receivers that he can throw to, so he should be confident and ready to go. You have Will Fuller. They have a guy they drafted from Alabama named Jalen Waddle, number 6 overall. They have Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, who's returning from a knee injury, right? So the defense has miraculously improved. They're great defensive players that they have picked up: C.J. McCourty, Justin
Yep.
Coleman.
Yep.
They have a very intriguing roster here, the Dolphins, right? And some notes that I have here. I just figure because of the situation where they got rid of Cam Newton, they're starting the rookie quarterback. They are at home, New England, but I just feel like the Dolphins could keep it close. If New England beats them by 3 and it ends up being a push, you get your money back. So it doesn't really hurt to take the Dolphins with 3, and hopefully the Dolphins can win it outright. But last year, or since hiring Brian Flores, who is a former coach with the New England Patriots, the Dolphins have been the NFL's best ATS record. When we say ATS, that's against the spread, right? Because we're talking that we're talking about from a betting angle.
Yep.
So the Miami Dolphins have been 20-12 with their coach Brian Flores since 2019. That's 62.5%. The Patriots, on the other hand, they have been starting off slowly in the last few season openers. Overall, I see here the New England is 16-5 straight up, but only 10-11 in season openers under Bill Belichick against the spread, right? So
yeah,
that speaks a lot. So it speaks volumes, right? So they're saying that, and that's not even the last few years. That's a good while. 10-11 against the spread in season openers are the New England Patriots, and they're favored by 3 with a rookie quarterback. So rookie starters, 9 other rookie quarterbacks drafted outside of the top 10 have started the season opener in the last 15 years. They are 4-5 straight up, 7-2 against the spread in their debuts. But don't draw too many quick conclusions, because 2 non-covers were in games started by Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson. Arguably 2 of the most successful in a longer term, right? So with that being said, don't really think that the quarterback here for the Patriots is it Mac Jones? Is his name the rookie?
Yeah, Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Yes. So it's gonna be tough, and like I just read to you, they haven't fared well in opening games against the spread, right? And the Dolphins do have a dominant ATS number overall, whether it's home or away, with their new coach, which is the former Patriots employee. So give me the Dolphins +3 over here for this bet.
Okay. Yo, honestly, see, like Mac Jones, I don't know what I'm getting from Mac Jones. Even though I know the Patriots have they got a lot of good pieces, like Aguilar and a whole bunch of other guys. But I know some of the guys are not happy. Like what's it called? What's this guy's name over here with the dreads on the Patriots? The corner. What's his name?
I know you're talking about too. Let me just look it up right now. Is it McCourty?
No, from South Carolina.
What's his name? Right now, right quick. Give me a sec. Hold on. The guy with the dreads he plays cornerback, you said, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Stephon Gilmore?
Exactly, light-skinned brother there.
Yeah. Stephon Gilmore's not happy. He's not happy, bro. He's not happy. Supposedly, he's not happy. He hasn't got a contract extension or whatever the case may be. So I don't even
He's
know
one
if
of
he
the
was
top
here.
cornerbacks. He's one of the top cornerbacks had that in the NFL. No,
Yeah,
he's up there with it.
yep.
Pretty
Devin
good.
McCourty's still there, but he's the top dog, so it's like they're gonna need him. You know what I mean? Oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think the Patriots should just trade him or something like that. If you're not gonna resign him, trade the guy. Don't fucking have him sitting down there. Let somebody else use his services and give him a good contract where he could at least be okay. You know what I mean? The dude is a stud, bro. They're just Patriots be playing these mind games with players, bro, and it pisses a lot of guys off. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, you can never trust the New England Patriots, bro. I don't know, N'Keal Harris, bro. Harry, how do you think he's gonna fare? Toronto native, bro. How do you think he's gonna fare?
Man, we'll see. I don't really have too much info on him still, to be honest with you. But he plays. What position does he play here?
Wide receiver.
For
Tom
the-
Brady, yeah, Tom Brady wasn't too fond of him when they had him. Tom Brady couldn't. Tom Brady doesn't like to get these young guys and try to you know what I mean. Like he needs well-established guys. So he didn't.
He gave him a hard time.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. Brady wasn't digging him still.
N'Keal Harry, right?
Yeah,
He's hurt right now too. I think he has an injury in his shoulder.
God. See, so I don't know, man. Honestly, I think potentially, I think I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins. I think they should be able to cover. I think Bill Belichick is gonna. I don't know. Bill Belichick. I don't know, man. Honestly, because Mac Jones was beating up four stringers. He was playing he was beating up four stringers and stuff like that, and they're all hyping him up. I'm like, I don't know how he's gonna look against actual NFL talent now. You see what I'm saying? So we'll wait and see. We'll have to wait, but I think it's a safe bet is to go with the Miami Dolphins on this one, bro. They have a lot to prove. They got a lot to prove.
Even if the Patriots win by 1 point or 2 points,
yep,
it's okay. But we're talking about against the spread because I gave you that
exactly.
stat. They're 16-5 straight up.
Yep.
In season openers, but only 10-11 against the spread.
Against
then
the spread.
Then if you break it down to more recency, the Patriots have won 5 of their last 6 season openers, right? That's just straight up though. So if you like the Patriots, maybe you want to probably sprinkle them on a parlay and take them as a money line pick.
Yep.
And avoid the spread, and then take the Dolphins alone, maybe on a single, as with a plus to 3 points.
Exactly.
So there's a couple of angles you could take it. Like we're not saying the Patriots may lose the game outright, but 3 points is a key number in the NFL, and they don't necessarily have to win by 3. So I like the Dolphins in this situation plus the 3 points.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're 100% right on that. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as well, just because what the Patriots were looking at, this Patriots team and their history, history speaks a lot, bro. Mac Jones is a new quarterback. We don't know what we're gonna make of him. We don't know what we can see. We don't know what he's gonna do. This isn't Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. You know what I mean? This isn't Josh Allen. This is not even. This is
a 13-10 win, a 16-13 win,
exactly,
a 17-14 win, and so even if you pick the Dolphins plus 3. And they lose by 3, it could be a push, and you get back your money, whatever you wage, right?
Exactly.
So
remember,
plus the points is no. It's not. I wouldn't talk anybody out taking the points. I wouldn't lay it with a rookie though.
Exactly. Remember too, they're gonna run the ball a lot too. So don't expect a freaking West Coast or air raid style offense. They're gonna be very conservative with it, bro.
So that's another angle as well. Yeah. Good thing you mentioned that too before you move off this game. If you like the under could be a play as well in this game because the Patriots are going to play real conservative with Coach Bill Belichick trying to get his rookie quarterback into the mix of things and not to be too aggressive, right? So I'm pretty sure they'll call the plays that make him feel comfortable and settle him into the groove of things on his first real NFL game, right? So 43.5 is the total I have on my side here. And I like for that to go under as well.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, man. Straight up, man. We're going to go into this Denver Broncos versus New York Giants game, bro. -3 for the Denver Broncos on the spread. +3 for New York Giants on the spread. The total is, the over is 41.5 minus. Yeah, so 41.5, and then the under is 41.5 for the New York Giants. And then the money line is -155, and then the plus the New York Giants, the +135. What's your take on that, bro?
Man, Another interesting game.
Yeah.
Another West Coast team traveling out to the East Coast, but this one's a late start. So I like the Broncos in this game, and I like them. I think it moved up from 2.5. It's like you said, is at -3.5 or now? Is it 3? And the Broncos, they're coming back healthy. The Broncos, there's a lot of reasons why I like them in this game, and I lean the Broncos. I haven't really went to the board like to bet it yet, but man, where do I start? I think Von Miller coming back. The old line for the the Giants is not that strong. They do have Saquon Barkley coming back for them, but they have a strong defense, the Denver Broncos, and they're gonna bring back Teddy Bridgewater. He's a decent quarterback, man. I think he can get the job done. He can manage them right.
Game manager. Yeah.
He's played steady football in his career. He hasn't done anything too great, but he hasn't done anything too awful, right? So they have a strong supporting cast to help him out in the receivers. They have a guy named KJ Hammer. They have Cortland Sutton, Melvin Gordon, 3 at running back with a rookie Javonte Williams, who could potentially take over that spot over there in Denver. He's going to be remember that guy's name, Javonte Williams. He could be a standout rookie this season at the running back position. A lot of people say they remind him of Terrell Davis. So I like Denver overall, man. I think their head coach, Vic Fangio, is going to have his defense right. Like I said, Von Miller is returning after missing last year with an ankle injury. It's a lot of key players that are returning for them. You got Kyle Fuller, Kareem Jackson, all these guys that they signed. I think Denver should be able to go into New York and come out with the win. It's not too much of a big spread either. On the other hand, the Giants here, they have a lot of unknowns here, and they got their quarterback. What's this guy named Matt? Is it Matt Jones?
Yeah.
Right, he's gonna have to. They're gonna have to protect him, man. They're gonna have to.
Daniel Jones.
I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. Excuse me. They're gonna have to protect him, and they're gonna have to make sure he doesn't make mistakes. So, with Jones entering in his 3rd season, I still don't know if he's that guy for them, man. And Saquon, he's a great running back, but I like him more catching the ball throughout the field. So it's a lot of unknowns, man. And it's gonna be a real interesting game. And
oh man, this one's an unknown. This is one of the big unknowns right here. I don't know what I'm getting from Saquon. He's coming back from injuries upon injuries. He's a hype job. I think he's a lot of hype, but I don't know, man. He's kind of like the Odell Beckham almost. Kind of like, he's living off that hype he did at Penn State or whatever. So a lot of people are still hyping him up, talking about him. They see potential. They see a lot of great things. I want to see him do well. But Daniel Jones, I don't know what I'm getting.
There's a lot of I heard there's a lot of off the field turmoil with their new head coach. He's not new. I think it's the 2nd year, Joe Judge over there. Like there's a lot of
one guy he's had guys retire on him. Just one guy cut guys for fighting. He had guys running laps after a fight and for a joint practice. Like, you gotta have guys running laps. Are you serious? Or guys fighting each other and then guys fighting at joint practice and people running laps and just, bro, this guy's running a high school. The way he's running is as if he's some high school college coach, man. Knock it off, man. You're the pros, bro.
Yeah. Last year, the Giants, when it was a hard team to even put up points. They were 3-13 to the over last year in 2020, the lowest in the NFL. 3 games out of their 16 went over the total. When you look at the non-conference showdown between the two, Denver is just 32-40-2 against the spread in non-conference games, so they don't fare too well when they play NFC opponents since 2003. On the other hand, the Giants have the NFL's worst non-conference against the spread record over the last 2 years, which is 1-7, including 0-4 last season. So both of these teams don't fare well when they play the opposite conference. It's a lot of unknowns, a lot of questions, but I just like the better defense. I like the better quarterback, in my opinion, as far as experience and being battle tested with Teddy Bridgewater. And I like the Broncos.
Yeah, I agree.
I got them minus 3. Would have liked to have got them at minus 2.5, but I haven't made an official bet. But when I did my notes and stuff, I circled them at minus 3 to win.
Yeah.
And cover that spread.
So you got the Broncos, huh?
Yeah, but I didn't bet it. The only official bet I have made, guys, is on a single bet. It's Carolina minus 4.5. I like them over the Jets. That's my only official bet in week 1.
Yeah.
All these other bets are leans and likes that I in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And but my only official bet
is
I don't know if we were saving the best bets for the ending of the show, but I'm gonna just
let it out right now. It doesn't matter, bro. I see what you're saying. Yeah, if Carolina, bro. Hey guys, I tell guys all the time. Sometimes you might have to get a couple feel outs, man.
Yeah, it's just week 1, man. There's a lot of games to go. There's a lot of games to break down and gain value. So
don't get too excited. Some of you guys don't get too excited unless you have your team and you know your team how your team's gonna do. There's certain guys I get it, like the Kansas Cities, the Green Bay guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
I try not to bet too many parlays, but if you want to bet parlays, those are all great money line games to pick. Like Kansas City, Green Bay. Like nothing's a guarantee, nothing is a lock. But if you're gonna throw on some parlays and you want to pick them just winners, Kansas City for me, Tampa Bay,
Green Bay.
Not Tampa Bay. They already played. What I'm saying, but Green Bay, Kansas City,
Buffalo.
You guys like Buffalo? Buffalo could still win. Like I said, I'll take the points because it's not too often you're gonna get 6.5 for the Steelers. Exactly. So you can still like hedge a bet. You can take the points. That's a good example. I would take the points with the Steelers and still on a money line take it where I'm just picking winners, no points, like no spread. Take Buffalo as well, alongside with Green Bay and Kansas City, San Francisco as well. Those are teams that I look to win without any hesitation, without any doubt. But when you want to get it more complicated and you want to throw in the spreads, I see some value with taking teams as like Pittsburgh and Detroit and there's another team we talked about. What I said you can probably take them plus the points. Minus the points. That was the Vikings. But as far as this specific game, give me the Broncos, man. Minus the 3.
I agree. Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna go with the Broncos as well, just because at least with Teddy Bridgewater, we saw what he was able to do with the Saints when Drew Brees went down. You see what I'm saying? We've seen Teddy Bridgewater's always been he's like steady Teddy. You know what I mean? He's always been a guy who's just excellent game manager. He's always going to have a job in the NFL. He's going to be one of those guys who are always going to be playing in the NFL just because of the fact that he's still young too. He's relatively young. You know what I mean? He's from Florida as well. You know what I mean? So this guy, shouts to Teddy Bridgewater, man. I'm gonna go with Teddy Bridgewater. Man. I don't trust the New York Giants right now. I think I need to wait and see how the Giants. Give me a few weeks. You don't have to put guys. Let me tell you something too, people. When you guys watch this, people are gonna watch this later on after we're done or whatever the case may be, or people who chime in right now, whatever the case may be. But listen here, you don't have to put all your money down on this week. If you got money, put some money down. And if you're not too sure,
that's smart.
Exactly. If you're not too sure, you can slide into the DMs of my guy Rizzo right here. He's gonna obviously give you his Instagram once the show is done. You can slide into his DMs. You can hit him up. You know what I mean? He could give you some intel. You know what I mean? He does consultations, so you could slide a couple dollars, and he'll break down some stuff to you. You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera. Like, we don't care. Like, that's how we're gonna be doing things over here.
Yes, we're just looking for the winners, man. The winners and the teams that are gonna get us to the bank.
Exactly. So
get us to the window and cash.
Exactly. So it's still early. We're just giving you guys what we see. This is previews potentially. We don't know, but I guarantee by week 5, week 6, we'll be able to break down literally everything to you just to let you know, because we'll kind of get an indication by. Let's be real, NFL. You can start getting an indication within the first 3 to 4 weeks, bro. You kind of get an idea. We get an idea
definitely.
Yeah, we'll have an idea of exactly who's who because we know how this thing works. You see what I'm saying? So basically, we're gonna go on to the next game now, bro. Let's get to this next one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1, man. It's gonna be exciting,
Week 1.
man. Glad to do this with
Yep.
you, L Selected. This is a
Definitely,
good
definitely,
look, bro. We break these
definitely.
games down. And
We're gonna be doing that.
going forward,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
be
see
doing it.
probably zeroing on more of the key games and
More the key
games that are
games.
not that intriguing. We'll just probably
Exactly.
leave them off.
Exactly.
But
Leave them off. But we're
week
just
1,
gonna touch up on it. Yep.
we're touching
Yep.
I'll touch up on all of them, man. It's glad to
Yep.
have some NFL meaningful football back, man. Definitely.
Honestly, bro, it's long overdue. You know what I mean? Long overdue. We're gonna go into the Chicago Bears versus the LA Rams, which is gonna be a pretty. I think this one is pretty straightforward.
Yep.
You know what
Give
I
me
mean?
the Rams. -7.5.
Yeah. I
This is
agree.
one of the lines. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man. Do your thing.
No, I agree, bro. The Rams 7.5, bro. Like we already know what's going on in Chicago. Chicago got all these stupid controversy. They didn't want to start their top quarterback. They drafted a guy. They don't even want to play him. They want to play what's his face over here? Andy Dalton. And then they have Joe Flacco on the bench there. Not Joe Flacco. They have what's this guy's name over here?
Justin Fields.
No, Justin Fields, and then they have the other guy over here. What's his name? The guy who won the Super Bowl for the Eagles. What's his name again?
Oh, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, bro. They got Nick Foles.
Is he still
on
there? He's still there.
He's third string. So I'm like, why don't you start Justin Fields? Justin Fields played the best for you during preseason, but they want to go with Andy Dalton. I know they're not going to finish with Andy Dalton, but listen, this is going to be a cakewalk for the Rams. -7.5, easy money. You should put your money on there. This is going to be an easy game for them. The over is 46.5. The under for the Rams is 46.5. Plus 280 for the Bears, -360 for the Rams. Put your money on the Rams all day, every day. They got a new quarterback in there. What's his face over here? Who used to be Detroit's quarterback? What's his name?
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. They obviously have Aaron Donald. They have Jalen Ramsey. They have a loaded team right there. You know what I mean? Sean McVay is definitely cooking up with those guys. He's doing everything he can do. This team looks really, really good. This team is a potential Super Bowl team. This is from the NFC West. They have to stomp on these guys. They have to do it. They have to get on them and stomp their heads like apart. They have to destroy this team because they know they're going to be playing. They're in a tough division. This is an easy game for them. This is a gift for them because they got to prepare. They got to get them. This is basically a preseason game, but they have to win for them. They literally have to get this on the board and go on to the next week. So expect the Rams to cover. Expect the Rams to get things busy, and the Rams should be able to get this done. What's your take on that?
Man, this game, the odds makers are telling you all that you need to know. Rams. This line is opened up at -7 in the summer. It's only went up a half a point. It stayed out there all week. There's no movement. It's -7.5 all the way. I like for the Rams to blow. I don't even think the Bears scored too much. You look at the Rams, they have a new quarterback in Matthew Stafford. They picked up Sony Michel in the backfield to help out the running game because they got rid of Cam Akers. Or I think they lost Cam Akers to an Achilles injury before training camp, so they acquired Sony Michel. Sean McVay is the Rams coach. The Rams have the NFL's 4th best against the spread record since hiring Sean McVay in 2017. That's 38, 30-2, 55.9%, damn near 56%. The Rams, they're just going to be a hard team for the Bears to deal with. The defensive front line is going to get after Andy Dalton tomorrow night. It's going to be trouble for them to score, man. You look at the Rams. After ranking first in points scored in 2017 and in 2018, the Rams offense fell all the way to 22nd last year. Now they picked up Stafford for the same reason, because they struggled so much. They knew that they had to make a change, so the coach and the GM made a change. So they brought in Matthew Stafford. He will be able to get job done more than Goff. He's not timid like Goff. He's more aggressive and he knows how to throw the ball, and he'll get the job done. So the Rams, they do have some questions on the offensive line entering this year. They lost some key guys, but the biggest concern for their is for their defense, and it's on the sideline after their coordinator Brandon Staley. Staley took the Chargers head coaching gig, right? So now they have lost their offense, their OC, but they picked up a guy named Raheem Morris, and he should be able to with a new quarterback and given it being that it's the first week, maybe I have to take some time to gel. But I think the Chicago Bears don't really pose any type of threat. They got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, two key defensive players that are going to continue to keep this team in check. They're gonna be the leaders that they need to be for the defense, and I think that the Bears are in trouble tomorrow night. It's gonna be Sunday Night Football. Here's some key stats for this specific game because it's gonna be a standalone game on the Sunday night. Matt Nagy, who is the Bears head coach, is a respectable 12-12 against the spread as an underdog. But however, they're only 1-6 straight up and 2-5 against the spread when he's an underdog of 6 points or more. Right? That is Matt Nagy. Also, Matt Nagy in Sunday Night Football or primetime games alone. Matt Nagy and Andy Dalton, I would say. First, Matt Nagy, I'll give you his statistic. Matt Nagy is Matt Nagy is 0-4 and 1-3 straight up in games where they have been underdog by 7. I just read that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Dalton himself, Dalton, who was starting quarterback for the Bears, has lost all 6 Sunday night games he's ever played in. And he only has been 1-5 against the spread. This is Andy Dalton. Whereas Sean McVay is 4-0 straight up and against the spread in week 1 games. Tells you all you need to know, guys. Take banks. Take the Rams to the bank. Bet whatever you have that you can't afford to lose.
Yep.
And just take the Rams. Rams 7.5. Rams should win this game easily. Should be a score like maybe 21-7. Maybe final score something like 24-10. But Rams all day. Key thing again, I told you guys, Andy Dalton has lost all 6 Sunday night games he has ever played in.
Yo, I don't even know why he started. Honestly, I don't know why he started.
This might be the reason, L Selector, that he gets started in week 1 against the Rams. The Rams expose him for who he is. He gets fucking demolished. Yeah. And then they decide to start Justin Fields in week 2, whoever they play in week 2.
I could see that. Honestly, Justin Fields, I think maybe they're trying to protect him, bro, because that Rams defense is scary, bro. I wouldn't play Rams. That Rams defense, bro. You don't want
to. And the fans will be back inside that brand new LA Stadium. It's gonna be a tough night.
SoFi Stadium. Oh my goodness, bro. It's gonna be a scary night for Andy Dalton, bro. Andy Dalton. We might not see Andy Dalton after this.
No, not, man. It's gonna be a tough sled, man.
Definitely. We're gonna go to the final game, and then we're gonna wrap this up, yo. The Baltimore Ravens versus the LA Raiders. What's your take on that situation right there?
To be honest, I didn't really do too much breakdowns on this game because I was just looking at the first the Sunday slate, and I'll probably attack this tomorrow night or in the Monday morning. But overall, a couple of quick notes I have on the game itself. The Raiders, with their coach John Gruden last year. They weren't too. They did. I don't know. John Gruden. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't even think him and his quarterback over there get along too good. What's the quarterback name over there?
What's it called?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, the Ravens. They just this week they have some key injuries, man, on the defense. It's gonna be a tough game for the Ravens too. They lost some key guys on the defensive end there, and man, it's really tough game for me to pick. But the Ravens on the road have been some road warriors. The Ravens are 12-1 straight up and 9-4 against the spread as a road favorite over the last 2 seasons. With the only loss coming to New England last year, week 10. The Raiders have I don't know, man. It's gonna be a tough one. To be honest with you, when I look at my notes, I see here that the Raiders are only 3-4. Ravens are only 3-4 against teams that finished above 500 last season. Raiders, who will be playing in the front of the fans for the first time at their new stadium in Las Vegas, were 2-6 at home last year. It's almost like a game that you just want to sit back and watch. I don't really have any leans or angles to it. They grind a lot of games. The Raiders they're 12 and they're 19-29 straight up and 22-26 against the spread. since John Gruden has returned. I don't know. I would say maybe the Raiders could stay in the margin, being the fact that they're at home. It's going to be first game with the fans back in that brand new beautiful stadium there in Las Vegas, and but it's tough. I don't really have a side. I would say maybe take the Raiders with the points, but Lamar Jackson is out there and he's an explosive player. He can change the game like just like that. So it's going to be a tough one. It should be a good fun Monday night game though.
No, you're right, bro. Baltimore Ravens have a lot of. They got they got injuries, bro. Marcus Peters and Gus Edwards ended up having ACL injuries, bro.
Exactly, man.
They're out for the
Yes.
season, bro. For the Raiders, bro, they lost Richie Incognito. He's out for at least week 1, but could return week 2. I don't know. He has an injury too, so that's a top O-line guy that they're missing as well. So I don't know, man. This one is gonna be. I don't know, man. This one's gonna be
Maybe over. Another over.
Yeah,
I like a lot of overs in week 1 too, just because the teams are healthy for the most part. Not when I say healthy, obviously some teams lost key players in the preseason and in practice, like you just mentioned. But for the overall, you got guys on the O line, the D line, in the trenches that are healthy, and maybe everybody's not too familiar with there's not a lot of film on the new quarterbacks and the new schemes with teams with their new rosters. Just like we seen on Thursday Night Football, the overs might hit this week. So if you look at the over and Monday night games, it's 50. Maybe we see a lot of over. The Raiders itself last year were 12, 3, and 1. So they had 12 overs, 3 unders, and 1 push to the over in 2020. So maybe they're inside. They don't have to worry about any weather, anything like that, any wind. Maybe we can see another over. But
no, I agree, bro. I agree,
no
bro.
side for me.
I think the over. I think it's safe to just be on the over with that. I would try to. I don't know. Lamar Jackson has important season under his hands. This guy's a contract year. He has a contract year. You see what I'm saying? He has a contract year, so he has a lot riding on this season. You see what I'm saying?
So he has to continue to play consistent and play at the level he's been playing at.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see what transpires, bro. But you're right, though. But and what you were saying?
Yeah, and like I said, another team where if you want to throw in a parlay, you want to probably take the Ravens, maybe to win on the money line minus 200. Add it to a parlay, but if you want to just keep it on a point spread angle, take the points with the Raiders, and hopefully the Ravens get a win by like a field goal or something of that nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just see in week 1, there's a lot of the dogs scream more to me in week 1 here after seeing Dallas keep it up with with Tampa Bay and Thursday night. The dogs, you don't know what to expect from them. As obviously as we go deeper into the season, week by week, we'll see who's who, and then we can get better angles. But in week 1, if it's any week where these teams have all the motivation, everybody's even, everybody's 0-0 right now, right?
Yeah.
So you have teams that are going to try to give their best efforts. If not any other week, it's this week 1. So Raiders might try to put on a show for your fans out there in Las Vegas, Nevada, and
I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, +4. Yeah, maybe +4 on the spread. I just think Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's going to try to cook these guys alive. I don't know.
Yeah, and get the win outright.
Get the win.
Get the win in Vegas. Yep, they are. Like I said, they're road warriors, bro. They're 12-1 straight up last year, 9-4 against the spread as a road. Sorry, they're 12-1 straight up and 9-4 against the spread as road favorites over the last 2 seasons. Right, so they don't play around when they're on the road, and they travel well, right? So Vegas has to come. It's almost like that Detroit situation again against San Francisco. If we go backwards and rewind a little bit to that game, It's a thing where if these teams that are like average tier teams or even below average tier teams in the NFL, if they come out tomorrow with all their motivation in week one, everything's fresh, it's 0-0. Maybe we don't have high expectations for them, but inside their club, they have high expectations for themselves. They'll come out and put on a show, being their home opener,
Exactly.
and try to pull out upsets. So there is a little value if you want to scream Raiders and take the points. Not saying they'll win the game outright, but maybe they keep it close.
Definitely. I 100% solely agree with you on that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, yo, I think that one is. I think that's what we got to do. We got to go with that Raiders one, bro. Because I don't know, man. I'm not sorry. We gotta go. I'm gonna go with that Baltimore one. I think it's just safer to go with the Baltimore one.
Oh yeah, you got Lamar Jackson. He's a walking touchdown.
Yeah,
for sure. I couldn't talk you off that either. I couldn't talk you off.
Definitely. Shout outs to Slicks Me. He says, "Yo, my guy Louis." He says, "I'm a Bills fan because Toronto and Buffalo so close." Yeah, definitely. Put your money on the Bills if that's the case, bro. Like, hey, if you're a Bills fan, bro.
Bills are at home too. A lot of these teams last year they weren't able to showcase in front of like a full stadium full of fans. So the fans are back down there, and they're gonna be ready to go. And week one is gonna be very exciting, man. We're gonna see full stadiums, and overall this season, like I said in the beginning, it's gonna be an exciting season. This COVID thing could be a real situation too, though. So because a lot of players, like they're saying, the NFL players are not vaccinated. I don't want to get into that too deep, but like if they're not vaccinated, like games are still gonna go on. So that's gonna be a factor in betting as well. We gotta keep an eye out for that too, right?
Even when they're vaccinated, they still not play. If there's any contact tracing, or they find out they catch it. They catch even the vaccinated ones. They say, hey. Game. You're gonna have to not play,
and the game goes on, right?
And that player's not gonna
forfeit or some shit.
No, the game will go on for vaccinated.
But the player can't play. Yeah, if they have to, if they don't have enough players or something like that, I heard. If it's a big outbreak, then they will have to forfeit the game. That team, I think. That's what they're saying, right?
We'll see what transpires. It's gonna be an interesting season to say the least, yo. Honestly, man, we're gonna be back next week as well. We're gonna also do the Monday night game. I think we should do the Monday night game before the Monday game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So we do some little bit more breakdowns to see how the Sunday night game, how the Sunday slate plays out.
Yeah, who's on Monday? I mean? Who's on Monday?
The Ravens and the Raiders.
Oh, is that the Monday game? Oh, okay.
That's the Monday game.
All right. So we'll definitely be doing that Monday game. So we'll break that down. We'll break it down on that Monday. We'll just kind of go over it. We'll do more research on it, give you guys some intel on that Monday game. It'll be very short, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll watch the game. And then, we'll be back next week on who's playing on a Thursday? Is there a Thursday game?
Next week, Thursday, I think the Chargers are playing somebody. Let me tell you.
Chargers.
And if you guys like trends, that Thursday night game was a perfect example of what we may be seeing in week one. A lot of overs. And underdogs that are gonna that were counted out that might keep the game close, man. So that hints you the Detroit Lions, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Oakland Raiders, man.
Facts. I agree 100% with you. So definitely.
Next week we have. Sorry, it's the Thursday night. It will be the Giants and the Washington football team. Thursday, September 16th.
So we're gonna watch both these games. We'll kind of give you some intel on what we think we're gonna see.
So do you have any best bets?
Yeah, that Thursday game, man.
Do you have any best bets for this week?
This week, bro. Yeah. Honestly, bro, this week is that Kansas City game, bro. I think Kansas City.
You like Kansas City?
Oh,
that's a good one, man. I wouldn't talk you off of that either. The pub, everybody and their mom is on the Browns. Why are we taking the Browns against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and their home opener in Arrowhead after losing like the way they lost in the Super Bowl to Tom Brady?
Thank you.
And now you're saying that the Browns are gonna stay with this. Remember that divisional round game, Mahomes left maybe at halftime, and that's why we could say maybe the Browns kept it close. Exactly. Now the Browns are going to be up there in the season, right? They're going to be a team to deal with, but I'm not betting against Matt.
I'm not betting on them. I'm not betting them. Also,
I like that, man.
also, we got to do futures and stuff, which we'll do next week. We'll probably do that the Thursday. I guess the Thursday before. We'll do the.
But I mean, like your futures, you gotta lock them in maybe by tonight because I think it all changes when week 1 starts.
That's
like
true,
I got one that I locked in.
I gotta lock
right now
in.
watching the Saints under 8.5 wins is what I locked in. I got that earlier.
Super Bowl
earlier
though. Future Super Bowls though.
Oh, to win it outright,
Yeah,
to get
to
to Super Bowl, or
to get to Super Bowl. AFC champions, AFC predictions, NFC predictions, Super Bowl predictions, the whole 9 yards. So we're gonna get into that though, because we got to do that next week. That's gonna be lit though. But we're gonna be here every week. We'll be here a few times a week, so you guys can see us. We're gonna be dropping the bets down. We're gonna have probably more guys coming in. We're gonna have more guests. We're gonna definitely do this. You'll see us. Let them know where they can find you, bro, because there's gonna be people that are gonna check this out, where they can find you.
You guys can find me Twitter at The Real T Rose, DAREAL T Rose. On the gram, T Rose ROZE 86. And man, here on YouTube.
We're here.
247 is my channel. And
definitely.
Yeah, man. We're here, man. We're in it to win it. Week 1. Best of luck to everybody on their bets. I said it. I like it. Carolina Panthers -4. I'm taking it to the bank. They're going to run it up on the Jets, man. Teddy.
Facts.
I mean, what am I saying? Teddy, you got Sam Darnold, former team he's going to face, but he's at home.
Facts.
That's what I like, man. Give me the Panthers -4. I lead Pittsburgh +6.5. I lead the Detroit Lions +8. And I lead. Give me A-Rod and the Green Bay Packers in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville Jaguars. There we go, bro. -3, bro. That's some leads right there. You guys jump in there. Man. Over New Orleans, bro. So we're gonna be signing out right now. We'll be back.
Sure.
We'll be back on Monday. Monday we'll be back, yo. So catch us on Monday. This Monday we'll be back. We'll give you guys a time ASAP. Also, I'm gonna hit your Instagram, your Twitter on the link at the end of this video, so they can find you, they can follow you. They can DM you if they need any consultations. We'll have that going on throughout the whole entire, basically the whole entire year. Anyone wants to hit my guy Rizzle up right here, bro? Don, he'll hit you with some consultations, though. There's a fee. You guys can negotiate. Free.
We give you some tips and tricks how to get to the bank, how to get to the window and cash these tickets, man.
Exactly. So, but anyways, we're signing up. All right, so peace.
Panthers.
Yep, Panthers. You already know what it is. Yep, peace.